Agriculture is booming in Delaware and an important part of the Delaware economy, and how to protect your kids when they try out for summer sports. This is the Delaware Way. Welcome back to the Delaware Way. Farmers markets are booming in Delaware. To talk about that, Agricultural Secretary Ed Kee. So when I say booming, how successful are they right now?
Well, all the interest among consumers in buying local is really stimulated. So in 9 years, it's increased by a factor of tenfold. 9 years ago, we did about $300,000 in sales. Now we're over $3 million. And that's over 25 different community-based farmers markets up and down the state.
So it starts with the families, right? It's probably usually the moms in the families, but the parents who want to get healthy food, and they feel like if they go to a farmer and they don't go through a middleman, they're getting healthier food.
That's right. It's interesting. This movement, farmers market movement, is really a collaboration between people in a community that want to see farmers bring their produce into their community 1 day a week, 2 days a week, and then the farmers they contact with. So it's really a collaboration that is, again, capitalizing on people's interest in buying local, buying fresh, good nutrition. And then the other thing about it is it's really helping small farmers that may not have the critical mass to enter in the big market channels, and so they can sell local, and it opens up opportunities for them.
So it benefits the farmers big and large, though,
Absolutely.
Right?
There are big farmers involved, but a lot of small farmers too.
And I understand, and I'm just driving around like in Dover or Wilmington, you'll see signs from restaurants that'll say, "We buy our produce locally," and that's a selling point.
Absolutely. It's amazing. In just the last 5 years, restaurants are calling our department, "Hey, can you link us to some farmers? We want to talk to them, get a steady supply of some fresh product in the season, and then feature that on the menu." As you say, this sweet corn is from Joe's farm in Middletown or whatever.
And the idea is that it would be fresher.
Absolutely. Fresher, tastier, and again, great nutrition.
But is it necessarily healthier? Is there statistics on this?
Healthier than what?
Healthier than what? Let's say an organic something that you would buy at Whole Foods.
Okay. No. I mean, if it's grown properly, whether it's organic or it's conventional produced, to the consumer, it is, as far as the nutrition, it's about the same. Now, there is a value that organic producers place on not having pesticides, and that's a personal choice, and could be a good choice. But the way pesticides are used and regulated, the products from traditional farms, I contend, and there's data that can support that they're just as healthy, just as safe.
But if you are thinking that I'm going to go to a local farm because I like to buy organic and it's going to be just as healthy, you still have to look for organically grown produce.
That's correct.
If that's what you want.
If that's what you want, you have to look for organically grown produce, and that is present in our state.
What other effects are there? Some residual effects of farmers markets? I mean, is it hurting grocery stores? Is it hurting other people?
No, it's not at a level that's hurting grocery stores. The average produce department grocery store has 500 or 600 items. They do thousands of dollars of business a day. In fact, a lot of the farmers that participate in farmers markets are also supplying local produce to our chain grocery stores in Delaware.
And there's a science behind growing some of this produce, and I only know that from going to a farmer's market and having a farmer tell me about the seeds, about the varieties this year. You might want to try this, you might want to stay away from this.
Yeah, the thing about farmers is they are utilizing the best science, the best technology, whether it's organic or conventional. They also have a passion for what they do and great pride in what they do. So, they are as interested in that positive feedback at a farmer's market from a repeat customer that says their cabbage is great as they are. That's as rewarding, I think, as the economic part for them.
Can any farmer take part in a farmer's market?
Yes. I mean, the farmers markets in Delaware are run by local groups. They're not run by the state. We assist, we help advertise. But, a group of interested citizens say, let's have a farmer's market, and they will contact growers. In fact, more growers are needed right now. So yes, all a farmer has to do is contact a farmer's market and work out the logistics, and the rest happens from there.
So they can just do it, they don't have to call you?
No, they don't have to call me. If they call us...
I didn't mean personally.
No, well, they can call me personally anytime. It happens every day, but we will direct them to the right people to call. So yes, they can call us, or anybody can go on our website, DelawareGov/buyLocal, to find out where they are and what hours of operation and all of that.
I don't think people that live in Newcastle County, that live in the northern half of the state, realize the importance of agriculture to the Delaware economy. Could you explain?
Sure. It's a big deal. We have about $1.2 billion of farm gate sales every year, and with the economic activity associated with that, that generates about $7 billion of money flowing around that starts with agriculture. Farmers buying supplies, insurance, everything that goes into a business. The other thing is 40% of Delaware's land mass is still in farms, which is a pretty high percentage, especially here in the east. So I like to think of Delaware as a food shed for the mid-Atlantic area and even up and down the eastern seaboard. We have growers shipping sweet corn, watermelons, potatoes from Maine to Miami in June, July, August, and September.
People talk about Jersey tomatoes, they talk about Georgia peaches, they talk about Idaho potatoes. What's Delaware known for?
Delaware's known for great sweet corn, and I would argue our tomatoes are just as good as across the river in New Jersey. But watermelons is sort of a signature crop. The Laurel, Delaware area in southwestern Sussex County is the northernmost major shipping point for watermelons. So by the time we get to July and August, the southern melon crop is finished, and we are supplying watermelons up and down the East Coast, especially in August and September.
Now in April, it starts a new season for farmers markets, right? What exactly does that mean?
That means in April and May, the individual farmers markets will open, and they're typically open one day a week in a town square or, some community spot in the town. And that means consumers come to the market and farmers come to the market for a specified time, once or twice a week, and the transactions take place.
Does it open? Is the season open because the crops have come to fruition? Is that the reason?
That's the timing. Now, some communities may delay their opening, like some of our coastal farmers markets will delay until the beach people have arrived and are there to support the markets.
For people that may not know where the farmers markets are in their community or want to find somewhere else, is there a site they can go to?
Sure. Again, DelawareGov/buyLocal lists them all, or they can call the Delaware Department of Agriculture on the phone.
Great, perfect.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Agriculture Secretary Ed Kee. When we come back, April's not only the time for farmers markets, it's also the time when your kids are getting out to play spring sports, but are they safe? We'll talk about that when the Delaware Way continues.